Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie is Awake. Netflix just came out tonight. Tonight is Wednesday. Whenever you're watching this review, I don't know. I wasn't going to be able to watch it. I was supposed to go out to dinner. Dinner plans got canceled. I get to see Awake. I'm kind of excited. It's 5.0 on IMDb. How many people? Sorry. Only 1,000 people have rated it so far. Evidently something happens to all the power and the electronics in the world. And some soldier has to take care of their daughter, I believe, who is unable to sleep. People are unable to sleep, and this soldier has to take care of her daughter. I'm not too sure about that, but we'll see. Starring in it is Gina Rodriguez, right? So she was in Jane the Virgin. I never really watched that show, and to be honest with you, I never knew much about her. But then I watched Miss Bala. I thought she was great in that. I really, and that's when I was like, oh, that's the same girl from that show. So I like her, at least in that. She was also in Deepwater Horizon. I believe she was Marky Mark's wife in that. And that was a fantastic movie. Anyway, she's in this one, a Netflix film called Awake, and it's an hour and 37 minutes long. I'm going to get into it, give you a better idea of what they mean by the power being out and people can't sleep, and then I'll let you know if it's worth watching. Stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, I'm going to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Awake. We're at the 52-minute, 4-second mark. There's 45 minutes left, so over halfway. Give you a better idea of what it's really about. So something happens, we're not sure what it is, and it takes out all the power and the electricity, even in cars and stuff like that. And so you've kind of seen that before, but then the other side effect is people can't sleep. Nobody can sleep, except for the girl's daughter. That's what they meant by that. She can sleep, everybody else can't. So of course, they want to see what's going on with the daughter. So very interesting concept. I like it. As you can imagine, people who are getting a lot of sleep, they start to go crazy and all that kind of stuff, rioting, and then it just gets, out of control. So, okay, great. And you can imagine all the things you can do with this scenario, and I love the scenario. Here's my gripe right now. It's hurried. This film is very, very rushed, I feel. And I'll give you the real quick example. It's right up front. Not really a spoiler, but this thing hits, whatever it is, and everything goes out. They get in an accident, right? Gina Rodriguez can't sleep tonight. She's going to get up and go into work. That's when they discover all of this, okay, what's going on kind of stuff. It's only been one night, right? Like, there's no development. It's not like, okay, like if I couldn't sleep for one night, I don't think I'd be, that's happened. My wife barely sleeps, as it is. But, there might be a time, like, man, I didn't sleep at all last night. Got to go through my day. And I would think, okay, that might be a little strange, right? And especially if everybody, it's like, wow, you didn't sleep either. Okay, something's going on. But they make it like rioting right away from missing one night of sleep out of everybody. So it's rushed in that sense. I felt it needed to be, you gotta pull me in a little bit more and show the development of, okay, now 2 nights in a row, what's going on, and you know what I mean, like that whole piece of it. So I get it, if you stay awake maybe too many nights, you're just gonna be totally insane, and they had to do that. But after one night, I thought that was it. And there's more parts like that that really just seem rushed. So that's where I am right now. Otherwise, I loved everything else about it. That's my only gripe. So let me get back to it here. She's trying to protect her daughter, and of course there's a safe haven stuff. There's other movies like this, just not sleep deprivation type movies. But I'll get back to it, see what happens in the rest of the movie, and let you know. So stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Awake, and I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's terrible. A 5 for IMDb with only 1,000 people is pretty low in my eyes. I don't know why people would rate it that low. I mean, I guess I do. But I really do. I love the concept. I love the plot line. You know, there's a lot of things, of course, that I would change, but I think they were, you know, I say this a lot though, they're really onto something, and if they would just, you know, do a little bit more test screening, I think. I don't know, do they test screen all movies, or just some? Like, I would love to be a part of test screening, because I think there were some things like that I could recommend that maybe not everybody would agree with. Like I said, I think there's more development needed in this movie. Hour and 37 minutes, and you think, okay, you don't want to make them too much longer. You could probably get away with another 8 minutes. Let's say that. And there's a lot of scenes where I think you can dumb down a little bit, shorten, get to the point of it, not draw it out so much, and spend more time on the backstory of Gina Rodriguez. I mean, that doesn't need a lot. Don't get me wrong. I think there's only a little bit that needs to be there, but a little bit more. They allude to a lot. And that's fine, but it's not, you know, it's enough to get it. Let me put it to you this way. Yeah, it's enough to get it and understand it, but it's not enough to feel it, I guess. You know what I mean? To be emotionally tied to her. I understand, but you know what I mean? Like, you need that piece of it. I don't just need to know. I want to care. And so there's that piece. And then, you know, there's what else? Oh yeah, and then the development of actually what had happened. Like, not even 24 hours and the world's a crazy. You know, you need a little bit more, and it maybe not even in time. It doesn't have to be like, okay, 48 hours and that's when it is. It's just got to be, you know, maybe other people showing what's going on rather than just focusing on them and how they run through the city or whatever. You know, look at some other real life people and what they're struggling with, and develop it that way. You know, I think that needs a little bit more. And I think they struggled with the final scenes, if you will. And it's hard to explain because you haven't seen it yet, hopefully, or maybe you have. But I think you know, there's a lot of different ways you can go there, so I'm not too upset about that. Not the final scene, final scene. That was fine, what they did there. Odd on how they did it, I think, but I won't get into that too much deeper. But like the dramatic climax, you know, what happens there, I think, just again, a lot of different options, and I just didn't like the one that they chose. But maybe some of the other ones, if somebody talked me through them, maybe this one plays out the best. I know. I'm sorry, I'm talking in code. So anyway, and I like Gina Rodriguez. I thought she did a really good job. It's interesting to see people try and act tired, you know. So although they can't sleep, they continue to get tired. So I think about that, like when I'm, you know, doing whatever and I'm getting tired, and it's like, oh, I can't, like driving. Sometimes it happens when you drive and you get tired. It's like, oh, you can't go to sleep. You know what I mean? You got to fight it to stay awake, kind of thing. Not often, or you know, if it's happened, but that was the best one example. That's what they have to live through, and I get it. Like after 6 days of being awake and you're not, you know. So I don't know. I don't know if there's like an adrenaline or something like that. That's whatever, here nor there. But interesting. But still, at the end of this, I wanted more. Like I said, I wanted more about what, you know, some more development and understanding a little bit more about our characters and stuff like that. But I also want to see part 2, or you know, maybe a 3-part series or something like that. That's what I want, and maybe that's their thought. But I think that would be cool. And make it a little bit longer, you know? I don't know. It doesn't always have to be under 2 hours, but it has to be done right. Alright, I'm rambling. I don't know if that was helpful or not. Of course, if you have Netflix, you're going to watch this. It's like, what was that other bird movie with Sandra Bullock when you couldn't look? I forget what, the Bird Box, maybe? Something like that. It reminds me of that kind of movie. But still, I like them. I like the, you know, end of the world, or you know what I mean, type movies, chaos, that kind of stuff. I do like that, and that's what this one's about. But I'm gonna judge it. But you know, if you like those kinds of movies, you're definitely going to check this out. You'll probably even stop listening to me now, and maybe you are. Maybe you're listening to me and you're agreeing. Hopefully, no. But if you saw it, let me know what you thought. Worth the watch. So if you're debating whether or not, definitely watch it. But I'm going to be critical. All right, that's it. I'm done. Hopefully I was helpful. And thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.